This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
This show is brought to you by Pet King Brands, the makers of Zymox and Oratine.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Now, our special guest today has many great identities in the pet world. Now, I'm just going to unleash a few. He is the founder of Dan's Dog Walking and Pet Sitting. It's in New York City. He hosts not one, but two podcasts. Oh, yeah, just a little thing. He was just named 2021 Pet Sitter of the Year by Pet Sitters International. Nice. Hey, everybody, let's please welcome to our show the very multi-talented Dan Reitman. So glad to meet you, Dan.
Thank you so much. That was, can you introduce me everywhere I go? Because
yes,
that definitely filled up my ego jar for the day.
Yep. And we don't have any flat tires in this show. Hey, guys, Dan is the man. And you're going to discover why.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
All right. But first, we got to pay for the show by taking this commercial break. So sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a pause. For furry ones, actually, sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
Hey, Pet Pals, Arden Moore here with some great news. When you plan to travel with your pup or treat them to fun times outdoors, our friends at Carlson Pet Products have must-have products. Carlson Pet Products offers an array of pet pens. They're lightweight, foldable, and tucked nicely in a carry bag for storage. You can also add an attachable canopy to create a shaded outdoor oasis for your dog. Nice. So dash over to carlsonpetproducts.com today and pick the perfect pet pen for your canine pal.
Get 25% off your order plus free shipping using the promo code PETLIFE at carlsonpetproducts.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. All right, our special guest is Dan Reitman. I want you to memorize his name, Reitman. Now, I'm not really sure when or if he does sleep because he does a lot every single day to bring out the best in pets. We got a lot to cover, and it's only a half-hour show, Dan. So let's get started now. You were born... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you...
You tell me how long you want me to talk. I could talk as long as you need me to. If there's a camera and a mic in front of me, I'll do this for 24 hours.
All right, good. Seriously, let's start. First, I like the fact that you've always loved animals, and you have started out slow. You were a one-man show, and now you have one of the largest professional pet sitting companies in the country, right?
As far as I know, yeah. I didn't plan on starting this at all. I was supposed to go back for my junior year of college. I was pre-med. I was looking to become a psychiatrist, and I was like, I don't want to do this. At the time, I was very interested, and still am, interested in going to vet school. So a car was packed for my junior year.
What kind of car?
I think it was my parents' Pacifica. They had a Chrysler Pacifica.
Oh,
and
sexy.
Yeah, it is.
Sexy for the young men, right? It's like, wow.
And yeah, I was gonna be driving down with them, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going back. They're like, all right. that's fine. You got to get a job like tomorrow. So I brought my dog into the local animal hospital and, was looking to go get some experience working in the veterinary field. So I was like, hey, do you have any volunteer positions open or anything like that? He was like, no, but if you want, we could basically train you to become a vet tech. Yeah, absolutely. Started the next day and absolutely fell in love.
You just landed a job. I bet your mom and dad were like, he's going to take about a month to figure out a job. And you come home the next day with a job, right?
That day I got the job, and it was between that and it was, I think it was another position caring for animals, but it was at like a local like preserve, but it wouldn't have been the veterinary exposure. So yeah. I really lucked out. So big shout out to Dr. Henriksen, Vicky, and Dan over at Manhasset Animal Hospital. They taught me everything that I know. I was assisting in surgery. I got, nice. X-rays, chemo, injections, taking blood, you name it, I got to do it. And I worked there for about 4 years. And while I was doing that, a couple of clients here and there were like, hey, can you walk my dog this weekend? Yeah, sure. Why not? No problem. And it kind of just continued to happen. And then I had continued to take time off of school. And I decided, all right, you know what? I think it's time to go back to school. So I enrolled in our local community college. I took an intro marketing class, an intro business class. And the main purpose of it was I wanted to start a business. And I was like, all right, I'm going to start this little dog walking business. So my very first marketing was a neon pink flyer that said, do you need a dog walker? Local vet tech would be happy to help care for your pets. And that was it. And I went and targeted the local train stations, and people just kept calling and calling and calling. And fast forward to today, we are in Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island. We were up in Connecticut for a little bit. We had to put that branch on pause. We've got a team of over 40 now and rapidly growing. Also, if you're listening to this and you live in the tri-state area and you're looking for a job, we are actively hiring.
Yeah. Everybody in America, from flipping burgers to walking dogs, it's like all of a sudden the workforce just went on a major vacay.
Yeah. But it's, the good thing about this industry, and the thing that I love the most, is it attracts people who are here. Yes, obviously you're here to make money, but they're here because they're passionate about working with animals.
Right. Well, just to throw some stats, because I'm an ex-sports writer, on his website, everyone, I want you to, after the show, I want you to dash over, please, to his website. You want to go ahead and give it to us? I know it, but I want to have you see if you remember what your own website is.
So my company one or my personal one?
Company
one is danspetcare.com.
Easy, right, guys? Easy. danspetcare.com. All right. He has over 2,000 clients.
We do.
He's cared for almost 2,700 pets. And I don't know where he got this stat, but I love this one. It's not like going to the moon and back. He and his team have walked over almost 200,000 miles with dogs.
I think these numbers might be a few years old.
Oh, you need to update, man.
We got to update them, I think.
Have you got to the moon and back yet?
I think we're close. I think we are very close. My producer's going to do the math right now to see if we have done it. But lots and lots of walking. We actually have. We've gone to the moon and back. I have confirmation. Even further.
Okay. So look out, Mars.
That's our next step. Is we're trying to, we want to be.
Wouldn't that be you went from a little pink fluorescent flyer that says walk your dog, a vet tech, to the Mars and back. I mean, come on, there's something there. You're the man with that marketing ideas.
That's honestly my sweet spot. I've always said, I don't have a lot of skills. I know how to have conversations with people. I know how to take care of people's animals, and I know how to make people pay attention to me. So I've been lucky enough.
Do you know how to cook? Do you cook?
I do cook.
Okay, there's another skill. Okay.
I enjoy cooking when I have the free time.
So you're a Renaissance man.
I try.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit, because you got named Pet Sitter of the Year. And I know Pet Sitter International quite well. Beth, I've spoken there and great people there. The key word is international. So you're competing globally. So what did you do with the $1 million that you won for being PSI Pet Sitter of the Year?
Well, we distributed it evenly amongst the entire team.
In Monopoly money?
No, you know what? I cried. It caught me off guard because they were interviewing me, and I'm a big crier. So anyone who knows me, I cry.
Real men cry. Real men love cats. Come on. We got a real man here, Dan.
But it caught me off guard, and I didn't expect myself to get emotional, and I definitely did. But yeah, I was speaking with Patty and Beth over there.
Well, let's give a little accolade to the two people on the planet. Patty Moran is really sort of credited with creating professional pet sitting industry. And the president now is our good friend Beth Stoltz, because PSI, there's other groups too out there, but you guys get trained, you're certified in many, many different areas. I know you didn't get $1 million. I wish you did, but it was priceless what you did get. So tell us, I feel like we're on a game show. So what did you win?
So I did get some money. I got a nice check. We got I got some T-shirts sent to me. We got, the lovely press release went out. So that I always love. I'm a big fan of press. And then I got basically like a little plaque with my name and Pet Sitter of the Year. And it's right next to my desk in our other office over in Long Island.
And I kind of like it that it's in 2021. That's the year of the rebound, don't you think? Yes. There's a big asterisk on 2020. And there was a big asterisk. I'm trying not to say the word ass, but that's how everybody felt. 2020 was an ass year. We can say that, right?
2020 was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. So how much did it bam your business?
It broke me as a person for about a week. I was doing everything I could to try to keep open. I remember I was talking to my head of HR and I'm like, all right, well, what if we do this? What if we do this? And she kind of, I think already was like, we're going to have to close.
Yeah.
And I made what's it called? I made the judgment call about 5 minutes before we had a Zoom call. We had 49 people on staff and I had to furlough the entire team. Yet again, I cried. But we still had some clients who needed walks. So I was going back and forth every day. And we went from, doing over between 110 to 150,000 a month to maybe $2,000, to the point where my fiance and I were talking about, all right, whose parents' house are we going to be moving in? Where are we going? So it was very tough.
What are some lessons because I'm an optimist, I'm a 3/4 glass full kind of gal. So tell people, because it was a big hit for people like in your industry, tell us what are some positive lessons that you learned now that it's mid-year 2021?
So all of the horrendous things and the terrible amount of people that passed away, this was potentially the best thing that ever could have happened to my business. For the first time in almost 12 years, we had downtime to reassess everything. So what we ended up doing was, when we got our PPP money, also just a shout out to my entire management team. They were willing to work for free before we got any money. They were all amazing.
Good.
We were able to completely overhaul end to end the entire business. We restructured our onboarding process. We did so many things. We started our podcast, the Let's Talk About Cool Animals podcast. It really, it gave me perspective, because about 2 or 3 weeks before COVID really hit, I was thinking to myself, because, economically, every 10 to 13 years, you see a downward trend in the economy. I was like, all right, we're getting close to that point.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. Yeah. But for the most part, our clientele, they're what are they going to not go to work? Well, 3 weeks later, that came back and bit me in the tuchus. And, so it was really, really, really bad. I remember just being like, what have I been doing with the last 11 years of my life? Like I was going to go to med school. I would have been a doctor by now.
I could have been a contender.
Oh yeah. All of that went through my head, but, it ended up giving us time to really regroup. We lucked out. We got 2 batches of PPP money. We got the first batch of the EIDL money. And we were really able to massively overhaul the business. One of the biggest things I learned was save extra money in case something happens.
Well, I know what I would have wished. Buy stock in Zoom in the fall of 19.
Yes. or Dogecoin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's go on, because what I like about you, one of the things I think probably launched you to Pet Sitter of the Year, is that you mingle in a little high tech. All your team is being trained on how to handle dogs, cats, and other companion animals. But there's always that nagging thing sometimes a pet parent might have, like, did they really walk my dog? You have proof, right?
Oh, yeah. So we do GPS verification on all of our visits. To me, I think at the end of the day, when it comes to caring for somebody's animal, this is different than any other service, because, you're not coming in doing electrical work or plumbing work. Nothing against.
And please don't try that, Dan. You have many talents.
No. Yeah. Anytime I mess with electricity, I would get electrocuted. But the biggest thing for me has always been transparency, because at the end of the day, if you don't actually know that somebody came there, how are you going to know that your pet was taken care of? So for us, transparency is one of the most important aspects, because someone's taking care of your pet. You want to know that the dog was actually walked. So clients can see on a map with GPS where we walked the dog, where they pooped, where they peed. We're actually in the process of building out our own platform to replace the multitude of systems that we use. It's going to do that and a whole bunch more.
So secretly in the Big Apple, there's a bunch of people looking at their phone when they should be at a business meeting and chuckling to themselves because Kona just did a number 2 at that tree at the corner of blah, blah, and blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We try to make sure, we always tell the team, make it your own. The cheese.
You're an own?
Better.
Your own?
You're an own.
Oh, sorry. You're a
very punny person.
Yeah, I can't help it. Yep. You had me at P, Dan.
But yeah, so, actually the first time I actually got to experience that was because I'm always the one taking care of the animals. I was on a vacation with some family friends and we were taking care of the dog. And every morning at breakfast, the first thing they wanted to see was, how did the walk with Montana go? How, he did this, he did that. And so like every morning I got to actually see, they look forward to this. And
well, let's be honest. And everybody, you guys, know what I'm talking about. I just went on a vacation too. And I do want to know if they peed and pooed and they got fed on time, because our pets wear invisible watches. There's something about knowing they did what they should be doing in a non-stressful way that makes you on a vacation or on a business trip go, you give them a sigh of relief. And I don't think that should be underestimated.
Oh, no, I agree. I always say we're not in the dog walking business. We're in the peace of mind business. So
I like that. Well, you must have been a marketing major. Nope. I heard you got a degree from an entrepreneurship.
Yes, I did.
From Hofstra University.
And biology.
Biology.
Double
Nice.
major.
Can you be on my trivia team?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You let me know when and where. I'm in.
Well, I'm just learning that game that everybody else has already played, a catchphrase where you have this looks like a little plastic disc,
yeah.
And you got to scream at people and try to get them to say the right words.
Anything that you get to scream at people and I'm a fan of.
So what are a couple of tips you can give? And we're going to move on to your other identities after we take a break. But what are a couple of good tips you could give our listeners out there when it comes to having a good connection with a quality pet sitter? Because I live in Dallas. I'm sorry, I can't hire your man unless you know how to do, transportation by tweaking your nose and show up.
A few years, we're going to be there.
Okay. All right.
The long-term plan is national expansion.
Okay, good. So talk to us, because, people are like, oh, the neighbor kid can do it, or I'm going to slam them. Sorry. Rover is so far over. So talk about, because I think pets are our most priceless asset.
I completely agree with you. So one, you want to look for somebody who is honest, that you feel comfortable with, because that is important.
How do you check them out? I'm an ex-newspaper reporter. If your mother tells you she loves you, check it out.
I'm a big believer in the gut check. Sometimes you go with your gut. If you don't have a good feeling, do some research. Look at the reviews, see what the reviews say. If they have only positive reviews, look at the negative reviews, see what
they're only in the same last name as the owner.
Yeah. Make sure that they are actually bonded and insured. It's very easy to say it. Just honestly, you don't even have to look at the insurance policy. But just the fact that someone would be willing to show you the policy is a good indicator.
Good.
Make sure the visits are tracked and verified. There's a bunch of great platforms so you can at least see when and where the dog was walked. And also the big one, what happens if there's an emergency? So, you guys didn't anticipate the snowstorm you dealt with this last year.
Right.
It's one of those things where what happens if the power goes out? What happens if you get sick? Do you have a backup? Who's going to take care of my pets? Are the people that work for you? Are they independent contractors or 1099? or employees? Are they going to be following the same protocol? How do I know my pet was fed? We actually have an ebook, I think, on our website specifically breaking down every single aspect.
So go to danspetcare.com after the show. See what I did there?
Yes, that's a good plug.
I got to help you, man.
It's just making sure that they're a legitimate company. Ask for recommendations. The best recommendations, in my opinion, are from within the community. So someone you know and trust that's used a company, go with them. Ask around. But if you don't know anybody, check Yelp. check Google, contact the company, and just see how they are. Like, are they real people? Is it a website that's just going to sell?
Yeah.
There are sites that just generate leads and they source them out to contractors.
I mean, this person is walking in your home, guys. Come on. And they should do a meet and greet ahead of time at all times, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you don't want to walk in and say, oh, I got a little fluffy dog.
We've had a few of those, but even so, we will take care of, the biters and the anxious ones.
Are you talking about the clients or the pets?
Both.
Okay.
Both biter clients and their pets, for sure.
All right. Hey, guys, we're speaking with Dan Reitman. He is the founder of Dan's Dog Walking and Pet Sitting in the Big Apple, New York City. He is Pet Sitter of the Year. We're going to talk more about some of his other roles, but let's take a quick commercial break. Sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
Hey, pet pals, Arden Moore here. Welcome to spring and summer, the onset of itchy skin and allergy season. Is your pet dealing with itchy skin, hot spots, and even ear infections? Help is here. It is Zymox shampoo and conditioner to the rescue. Not only is this a shampoo and conditioner great for general bathing and healthy skin support, but it is the go-to shampoo and conditioner for itchy pets. Its patented enzyme formula is loaded with antibacterial and antifungal properties to ease the itch and stop the scratching. And as an added bonus, Zymox shampoos and conditioners give off a lovely, pleasant, non-medicine smell. For over 20 years, Zymox products have been helping pets find relief from many health conditions. All Zymox skin and ear products get their effectiveness from enzymes. Zymox contains no antibiotics and no petroleum byproducts, just the soothing power of enzymes. Zymox can be found at your veterinary clinic, most pet specialty stores, and online. To learn more, dash over to www.zymox.com. That's ZYMOX for your pet's sake.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Holy hound dog! Hi, this is Bert Ward, and you're listening to the O Behave Show with Arden Moore on Pet Life Radio. Listen every week, same pet time, same pet channel.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to Oh Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the O Behave Show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. I am having a great time with my new buddy, Dan the Man, Dan Reitman.
We're not best friends?
BFF. There you go. Well, wait a minute. My cat is my BFF. Casey
Well, I don't expect to be above the animals. I totally get that.
Well, that stands for best feline friend.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so guys, we know, let's do the checklist. We know he has a college degree, check. We know he's Pet Sitter of the Year, check. We know that he runs a very, very large and successful pet sitting business called Dan's Dog Walking and Pet Sitting in New York, check. As you can tell through the show, the guy is quite comfortable behind a microphone. I have one podcast, this, Oh Behave. It's been on the air, though, since 2007. When Dan was probably going through puberty, but
no, I was a junior. I was supposed to be a junior in college.
Okay. All right.
A little post puberty.
Okay, good. I do host a show called Meowie Hour, which is on Facebook. But this dude, he has two podcasts I want you to check out. One is called Cool Animal People with Mauro Caragnano. Yeah, that's why I'm on radio.
He's right here, actually.
Mauro, come on. I see your hand, man. Say hi. Let me see your face. You want to say hi real quick? Come on.
Mauro Caragnano.
All right. Good job. All right. So that show.
By the way, you're awesome.
He's
cracking up.
He's been silently laughing next to me the whole time.
Well, here's the deal, guys. They host a podcast called Cool Animal People. And then there's a Wednesday show called Wiped Out Wednesdays. Is that right?
Wiped Out Wednesdays. And then I have Monday episodes called.
Oh my God.
That's the original one. So that's where we tell individual stories about like unique animals. So like headless mice.
I'm interested in that eagle that's extinct that used
The
to
Haas
eat
eagle?
people. Yeah, it sounds like it should be some kind of Walking Dead update. I mean, seriously.
Those are the episodes I think we geek out the most on because it's like, oh my God, how is this going to eat us? This is going to like South America during what was that period of time?
You can talk, Morrow. It's okay. We're very collaborative here and friendly.
I'm trying to remember which the Paleolithic period in South America.
I was not born then. Just
Hands down the worst time to be down there.
Okay.
Because everything would eat you. There were giant everythings. There were birds that came from the sky. They would pick you up and fly away with you and feed you to their kids. So we talk about, crazy animals that used to exist, like the Dunkleosteus, which was actually the first fish, the first existence of a mandible in
really?
an animal. Yes.
So a fish with a jaw.
Yeah, these big bony plates.
Like a monkfish, a poor man's lobster, right?
Yes. But way scarier.
Oh, way scarier. Okay. Say that name again, because you just rolled that off your tongue like the name of your co-host. Come on.
Dunkleosteus?
Yeah.
Dunkleosteus.
I think you should have t-shirts made.
We have so many shirts that we want to make. Like
The tardigrade shirt.
Oh, we do want to do tardigrades.
Yeah.
We have a great episode on tardigrades.
What the heck is a tardigrade? I thought that was a spice. Oh no, that's tarragon.
The water bear.
Oh.
So they live everywhere. There's currently a few thousand of them on the moon.
Oh, come on.
Not kidding.
Hey, I'm a reporter. I need verification. Where were you on the moon?
Yeah.
I know you're
the first company to walk dogs on the moon, actually. That's my goal, is I want to be the first company to walk a dog in space.
So instead of a coon hound, it's a moon hound?
A moon hound, exactly.
Oh, that was bad, right?
No, I liked it.
All right. That's bad. Okay. So tell us about these bears or
So tardigrades, they go into something which is called a ton state, where they basically dehydrate and essentially crystallize, if I'm not mistaken. Yes,
Yeah.
they crystallize. And they could survive in temperatures up to like 4,000 degrees. They could be frozen for like decades.
They're the only one that's going to survive climate change, right?
Yes. And so they're going to evolve into the next people, probably.
They're the only organism to have survived all major extinction events.
Wow.
Yes.
So I think they're kind of just above the cicadas. Have you done anything on the cicadas?
We should.
Oh my God.
I'm adding it to the list. Thank you.
Please.
I used to love them when I was little. I would catch them, and I would I thought the little crunchy, like before they grow.
Oh my God.
I thought they were the coolest things in the world. But I was the kid when I played soccer. I wouldn't play soccer. I'd be in the field playing with bugs.
I like that. That's probably why you're a darn good professional pet sitter and all. So tell us about how people can tune in to Cool Animal People with you too.
So it is on all major platforms. You could, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Basically, all you got to do is Google "Let's Talk About Cool Animals" or "Cool Animal People." We're on what else? And the video episodes, which are the ones you really want to watch, is look us up on YouTube. It's under the Dan's Dog Walking and Pet Sitting YouTube page. If you just Google "Cool Animal People," we should come up as well.
All right. What it would be something people had no clue about you, Dan, and keep it clean a little bit. I don't want you getting arrested or something. Please tell me you paid your taxes, things like that. But what's something unusual that
Most of them.
yeah, most of them that people might find, I didn't know that. In the old days, my old lady Flo, who's in her 90s, say that's called a "Hey Mabel." Hey Mabel, did you know that Dan Reitman blank?
I went to rehab at 16.
Wow.
I was a handful of a child.
I bet.
I had a TV mounted to my wall in my bathroom in college.
Really? You spent a lot of time in the bathroom, huh?
I did. What else is another one? I built and sold a tech company in the restaurant space.
Nice.
I ran a nonprofit with a bunch of my friends from high school where we provided kids with access to food, water, education, and shelter. We
Very
have
nice.
a children's home in Kenya where there's about 35 girls living there, and they go to school and all that fun stuff. So I like to work on all sorts of different stuff.
What do your folks think about you now? Because you actually do have a job. No, you have jobs.
They were the first supporters. So the business was basically birthed in their basement. I think about 5 years ago, I was running the tech company, the nonprofit, and the dog walking business out of their basement. And my mom gently said, "Hey, Lee found an office that you can use." And I was like, "Oh, I don't need an office. We have a great space here." She was like, "I think you should get an office."
That's a good mom. That's all right. It's all right. You know, it sounds like your mom and dad are wonderful people. Hey, I wish you the very best in all your platforms. And I know that the dogs and cats and other critters are pretty lucky to have you and your team being the Pet Sitter of the Year. That's no slouch accomplishment. That's kind of like getting the EGOT, I guess, in the world of entertainment, right?
That's one of my goals, actually. I would like to EGOT at some point in my life.
Okay, well, let's get John Legend on and we'll have him give us some inside secrets, okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I know so many people.
Not gotten back to me.
Oh, man, I hate that. Well, anyway, guys, we got to wrap this up. But before we go, I want you all to please go to danspetcare.com after the show. He's a great guy. He's doing great things for pets and people. I really hope I wasn't too punished for you today. I didn't punish you too much, did I? Okay. That's how I have a lot of bubbles that come out of my head and I cannot say them. Those are the filtered ones that I mentioned.
Say the bubble thoughts with me. You can't hurt my feelings.
All right. That's a deal. Hey, guys, at this time, too, I want to give a big shout out to my producer, Mark Winter. He is the executive producer of Pet Life Radio, the largest, longest running pet podcast network on the planet. I'm trying to get on my P's, but he's the Wizard of Oz. The surgeon of sound. I feel like we're doing a WWF right now. Now coming to the ring, it's Mark Winter. But seriously, he's been my radio husband for 14 years now. We are the longest running pet podcast show ever. And we're both in our 30s, right, Mark? Just nod. He's nodding. He's not. He's a producer. He's quiet. And guys, check out the other shows too on the Pet Life Radio Network. Wednesday nights, come join me. I am on Facebook Live with the Cat Fancier Association for Meowie Hour, where I make a kitty cocktail. Because yes, Mr. Dan, I am a licensed bartender. So every show I create a kitty cocktail. You'll have to tune in.
We're going to have to come down to Texas and have some cat cocktails with you.
All right, that's a deal. So guys, until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. All Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.